Hi everyone. So I am about an hour away from completing 4 days of this water fast. And yeah, quite a lot's different today, I'd say. So I decided, well, I wouldn't do this morning this kind of detox drink that I was doing that I found on a colonic irrigation site. And instead, I would just have verveine tea, which I had a pot of this morning. And then after that, I had water throughout the day. And then I did some research while I was painting my kitchen floor um, about how to go into really deep ketosis. And that's basically what you're doing when you go on a water fast. You start using up your fat reserves and burning fat rather than glucose or anything else. And he said, if you want to go deeply into it, then don't have fizzy water or don't have herbal teas and any other drinks that are kind of watery but not pure water. Because he said that the minerals and vitamins and things that are in it are still things that your body can feed off. So it's not as deep a ketosis. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop having my very pure herbal teas. Literally, it was dried verveine leaves that I was having. And I'm just going to stick to water now and none of that other detox tea either, because it would affect the fast. So, yeah, and so just going back like a day and a half ago or 2 days ago, my husband said to me, "Joe, your breath is really smelly." And I hadn't long ago brushed my teeth. And I found out today as well from doing the keto research was that it's normal to have this different, strange smelling breath. So to me, that's kind of good news because it means that I'm already in ketosis and I don't need to try any harder to get there because I'm already there. But I haven't noticed, my sweat smelling differently or anything because I haven't been sweating. So that's why. But you'll notice I'm speaking faster today and that I think, yeah, my brain is functioning better now and I can think faster, I can respond faster, I can communicate much more normally today than I could yesterday. I was much slower yesterday. So maybe I'm like, I've gone over that kind of barrier of getting to ketosis, so that's good. And actually, from 12 o'clock midday to just after 6, I was working kind of quite physically for someone that's on a fast. So first I was clearing out my whole kitchen floor, like all the shoes, all the boxes, the fridge, the cooker. I did that with the help of my husband. But basically emptying the whole kitchen. And then I swept it and then I vacuumed it to get every last crumb up. And then, did I say I mopped it already? Well, I did the mopping anyway. And and waited for it to dry. So I had a little rest on the sofa for about 15 minutes, maybe slightly longer. Had some more water to drink. And then started painting. So I was painting for a couple of hours, very carefully and making sure we were only doing one coat of this pale grey floor paint. And so I mean, that's 6 hours of quite physical work. And I would say that I wouldn't have been able to do that probably on day 1 or 2 of the water fast. But my physical energy was pretty good today. And I did notice when I was mopping that I had quite an intense pain in the kind of maybe liver region again, or kind of high up in my colon or something. I don't know exactly where it was, but I just kind of carried on through with it. But also something else that's different today is that the stabbing pains in my head, like the general kind of headache, is not there anymore. So that's kind of much, much clearer and feeling much better in my head. Although saying that, interestingly, that was something that came up in one of the keto films, was that you might have at the beginning stages disturbed sleep. And last night I slept really strangely. I felt like I woke up a lot, and that I had kind of a throbbing head, headache. I did drink a little bit in the night, not very much, just like half a cup. But yeah, it felt like last night was quite disturbed. And when I woke up, so that was the beginning of the 4th day this morning, it took me quite a while to kind of come round. Even after my shower, I kind of felt a bit fragile and not really emotionally, just physically fragile and vulnerable. And I decided to do my yoga anyway. So I started with a mantra that I do 12 times over. It's in preparation for Mahashivratri. It's the sadhana that I'm doing, which is Shiva Namaskar. And there's before and after, there's a kind of mantra that you chant. And so I very slowly got up and I did my physical 12 rounds, which is like a really short sun salutation type movement. It's less than that, it's shorter than that, but 12 rounds. And I did it kind of slowly to start with, and then I realised that actually I wasn't getting lightheaded at all when I was doing the sudden standing up. That was all fine. So I was like, okay, I'm not getting lightheaded. So I sped up a bit and I was still fine with that. So physically I was on quite good form. I didn't feel particularly weak. I still wasn't going as fast as I would do if I wasn't fasting. But yeah, the day before I felt like I couldn't do it and I didn't do it. I just did meditation instead and I didn't do the physical practice. So yeah, there's like a big shift between day 3 and day 4, I'd say. The other thing that started happening yesterday is just there, I got a very small whitehead, which I don't normally ever get whiteheads. And you probably can't see it in this light, but I've got here, in various areas and on the other temple here, some kind of very small lumps and bumps on my skin, which aren't blackheads and not whiteheads, they're just bumps. And for me, I see that as kind of getting rid of toxins in the skin. And yesterday I had a nice long hot bath with Epsom salts, so that could have helped that kind of, eliminating the skin and sweating and stuff with that. Because normally I don't sweat that easily, but a nice hot bath I think probably helped that happen. So yeah, I'm a bit dishevelled. I haven't even brushed my hair today. I just literally took it out of a bun and started doing this film. So yeah, we've got the fire on downstairs. That's why my face is quite red, and I was just sitting in front of the fire keeping warm because we've had the doors and windows open to get the fumes out from the paint. And yeah, so it was quite cold most of the day doing that, but had to be done, and it looks amazing now. Yeah, so what does tomorrow hold? I'm still taking every day as it comes because, as I said before, I don't have very much body fat and I don't know when that physical need for eating will come. And we're actually going for a lunch date, me and my daughter, to a friend's house. And I told her I'm fasting, so I won't need any food. But I'm taking some backup oranges in case I feel like I need to eat. Yeah, so if I do need to eat, then I'll have an orange at lunchtime and an orange at dinner. And, I don't know how many. They say to break your fast, you can eat every 2 hours. So maybe I'll take more than 2 oranges. But anyway, I'll be prepared. And then the plan, if I can and feel comfortable fasting the whole of tomorrow, day 5, then I will. And then the day of Mahashivratri, which is March the 4th this year, You're not supposed to eat anyway because of the cosmos and the alignment of the planets. You actually digest your food. I can't remember if it's... Oh yeah, it's really, really slowly, I think. So things putrefy and become kind of, how do you call it? Kind of more mouldy inside or whatever in your gut on that day. If you want to read more into that, then type in Isha Foundation Mahashivratri sadhana, and it'll talk more about why you shouldn't eat on that day. And also it's to do with, spiritual things, and, that's the most spiritual, or the day when you can most kind of, feel enlightenment or get to a state of complete bliss after sunset. And the whole practice goes kind of through the night, and you keep your spine upright throughout the whole night, and you don't lie down, basically. And the cosmos helps you to kind of, get to that place of bliss. So anyway, if I need to eat on Monday the 4th, then I will. But I am going to be doing a yoga practice with lots of other yogis in Toulouse tomorrow, and I'm on Monday. Sorry, I'm going there specially. That's in 2 days' time. So if I can last then I could break my fast on Tuesday the 5th. So I'm now on day 4. No, yeah, 5th tomorrow, 6th, 7th. So yeah, I suppose my ultimate aim would be to get to day 7 and break my fast that day, but I really will see, because I really don't have much body fat, so I might not get that far. So I'll just really listen to my body, listen to what it needs, and if I need to eat, then I will. So yeah, I'm not going to push it. This is my first full-on water fast that I've done this long. Before, I've done 24 hours. I've done quite a few of those, and I've done intermittent fasting for 4 years, so I'm used to that. But this is, quite different. Yeah, so it's been a good day. And the other thing that happens when you fast is you have more dopamine and more serotonin that goes into your body. And I would say that's quite true. I quite easily smile or laugh, or, I'm not going down the negative route. My mind is still much more clearer and empty, so I'm not kind of overthinking things, or, there's no need to get anxious about stuff. And for example, this morning my husband was probing me about various things, and I was, just staying very kind of centered and sure about my responses and my answers. And later on he commented on that, and he was, yeah, that's a whole other film, but it was interesting anyway. And it was just really nice, just working alongside him, painting the floor together. It's nice to do that, improving your house and doing something to make your space look good and feel a bit more zen and clean and new and fresh. So yeah, I hope you've noticed the difference in me by doing this film on day 4 compared to day 1, 2 and 3. And hopefully I'll be doing another update tomorrow as well. I will be at a friend's house for most of the day, so it'll probably be another late film like this with all this flash and everything. I normally try and film films for you in beautiful outdoors or with a natural light and everything, but with when I started my fasting, I want to give you, a whole day of change and what's happened in the day. So that's why you haven't got beautiful lighting and nice surroundings of outdoors or anything like that. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah, this is how it is for these particular fasting update films. The other thing I did this morning, which I've just remembered, is I did a lot of writing, and I've now come up with over 70 films that I'd like to do for you. And I think I'm going to do 2 films a week. I'm trying to work out how I can do that and which days they're going to be and what will be easiest for me, and so I can be consistent. And yeah, so that's quite a lot of films that I've just imagined like that, so you can see how well my brain was working even from this morning. And a good chunk of them will be very specifically about this fasting experience that I've had and what I've been learning from it. So I hope you've enjoyed my fasting update, day 4, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.